All right, we're about to head into a War of the Spark draft, best of 3 style. I want to thank my sponsor, Card Kingdom, for supporting my stream. You can check them out at cardkingdom.com or click on my affiliate link down below in the panels. They have everything you need. You've heard me say this before, but it's true. Like, the days they don't have what you need, I guarantee you that they are out there looking for it. The times they don't have the card you want, they're looking to get it in stock. If you need that card now, Card Kingdom is your place to go. They're going to ship it to you quickly, and they're going to have what you're looking for. And if you're looking to sell back, especially, make sure you check Card Kingdom's buy prices. They really do lead the industry on buy pricing. They kind of drive that ship, and there are going to be some places where somebody else might beat them here and there. But really, if you're selling cards for cash or credit, you should really be taking a look at Card Kingdom's buy prices because they're among the best. Now let's draft. Hop over here into draft view. We'll hide this since it's irrelevant for this draft anyway. All right, we've got Citadel, which is pretty bomby if you build around it. And it's also gems, so it's going to be our pick. I like Citadel as a pick anyway. Spark Harvest, Flux Channeler leap out at me as second place cards. Opened an Elite Guild Guard Mage in Pack 1 Pick 1 last night, and it was probably the best overall card in the pack. It was a terrible pack, but I wasn't willing to commit to a blue-white card, pick 1, so I passed it, even though I felt like it was the most powerful card in the pack, and it wheeled. So, yeah, that shows you how the table felt about blue-white. Thank you for that sub. Take that, though. Skylord leapt out at me right away. There is a Spark Harvest that is on color. But I actually think Skylord is better. All right, Dionysus, I'm going to answer you so that you stop, okay? I'm going to give you the 2 things concerning me most about the U.S. this morning are the reprehensible things happening in our country's name on the U.S.-Mexico border. We are treating immigrants seeking refuge as worse than war criminals, worse than prisoners of war, worse than felons, and their children, and that's awful. And then the Supreme Court made some rulings today that I'm very disappointed in. So there you go. You can go look those up any further, but that's all I'm going to say about it now. Let's take Skylord and see about blue-black. Ooh, Gleaming Overseer slots nicely. So there is a toll. Sometimes these even wheel, though. Oh, there's a Conjurant. Wow, I didn't miss the Conjurant because I just, my eyes snapped to the Overseer. Yeah, the census ruling was thumbs up, but it's like, and they actually had, Trump is a constant worry for me, but we can survive 4 years of Trump. I don't know if we can survive Mitch McConnell's career. Yeah, there was consideration for Spark Harvest. But also, like, the bots seem to undervalue Spark Harvest. I get a lot of them. You can get overloaded on removal. Spark Harvest is great, don't get me wrong, but Skylord is like a 2-for-1, and it's just so powerful as a 2-for-1, and making your army token flying. It's just really one of the more powerful uncommons in the set, so I really wanted to take that over a single removal spell. But what are we taking here? I think this is one of those spots where, like, Marshall complains because, like, the sweet card, the thing that, we can get the on-color gold card that goes right along with what we're up to here. Like, hexproof, flying, menace. You know what? Forget the Conjurant. I'm doing it. We're taking the Overseer. I think Conjurant might have been, quote, best there, but I can't help it. Like, this pairing alone right here is just insane. Yeah, it's going well. We can take Narset, although there's no, like, I like Narset in red-blue. She gets much worse in the lighter you go on spells, but there's also not much here. We can get a Globe or a Contentious Plan if we're not taking Narset. So you think Media's down with the Narset, even though... Yeah, blue-black can definitely be very spell-heavy. Alright, we'll take Narset here. I mean, we're only giving up a Contentious Plan or a Globe to do so, so the cost here is not big.
I have practiced against many foes like you.
Oh man, we get a Conjurant instead here, passing the very sweet Ambush, but we're nowhere near this card. Spellgorger Weird is great, but easy slam of the Conjurant here. I know what Vaporkin wants to take. We might even take it. We could take a Gateway Plaza, though, to support possible splashes. Yeah, we could just take a Shriek Diver. Plaza or Diver, but I guess I'll take a Flyer over hedging towards some splash. I don't know. Yeah, this is close. I guess with a Globe and a Plaza, we really open ourselves up to be able to go a lot of different directions, and Shriek Diver is super replaceable, so I am going to take the Plaza. I was almost on Diver, almost clicked it, but I'm going to back into Plaza. Skulker. Probably the pick here. I guess Aid the Fallen. We have a Narset. We may get more. I've been appreciating Skulker, though, as a reasonable late pick desperation finisher kind of card. Yeah, I think we can... I don't want more than like one Aid the Fallen, and I don't even want the one yet. I'm going to take Skulker. Skulker is bad with Citadel because it's a 5-drop. I mean, I'm not going to bend over backwards on that kind of stuff with Citadel. We're going to just take some as we go. Sure, it's overcosted for the stats, but it is a playable win condition if you don't feel like your deck got there elsewhere. And maybe we already got there with like Overseer and Skylord, but I was fine with the Skulker pick there. Dambreaker or mediocre removal. I guess we take the Dambreaker, and we hope that... I know I've passed a couple of Sparks here, but we hope that in the next couple packs we're going to get black removal that is just so much better than Transmutation, and Dambreaker is fine. So I'm going to take Dambreaker. Well, if I'd known we were getting the Skulker back here, I guess could have taken the other pick, because we're not going to play two Skulkers. Not going to play Watley, though, although I guess we would take Vault Progress here. Yeah, black disappeared, so we should keep that in mind. Maybe we can backdoor into... red-blue and abandon the Citadel if there's not some good black coming back the other direction. Yeah, it should be open. It needs to be wide open, though, or we might need to abandon it.
We shall forge a path to victory.
I think it'll be open. I think it needs to be open and good in Pack 2, not just open. Yeah, we could consider it now. With a Dambreaker, I kind of wish taking the smaller card there, too. I don't know if we're playing two Dambreakers, especially if we are playing the Citadel. Extractor is hopefully not played. Yeah, I'm going to put Wall of Runes and Extractor in the sideboard in hopes that we do not play them. I actually think we're more likely to desperately need a Naga Eternal than an unlikely Aid, so we'll take the Eternal. Hey, we got the statue anyway. Well, Frankie says, if you are not getting good cards, the color is not really open. That's not necessarily true. Like, booster packs are booster packs. Replace this Massacre Girl with a crappy rare, and suddenly there's no good black in this pack. repeat that for all 8 packs of the second pack, and it doesn't matter that black is wide open if there's just not good black in the pack. Yeah, we're going to take Massacre Girl pretty obviously, and hope that more black flows. And Reaver is good enough for me, although we could take Callous Dismissal. It's about as good. I like Reaver a little better, I think. Wujo likes Callous. I think I'm on Reaver. The reason I like Reaver at this point is that we always want to play this on 2. 100% of the time, if we have black mana and one other mana source, and this is in our hand on 2, we are happy to play it. Callous Dismissal, not so much. So I want to take the 2 that actually helps our curve. I'm in. We got Massacre Girl and Citadel. We're gonna make black and Gleaving Overseer. I'm in. We're making black work. Like, even if we don't get any more black, we're making black work with what the black we have. So we have another Narset, but I think we probably just want a Jace's Triumph in this spot. Yeah, Reaver also is a 1-2 bridge to make sure Massacre Girl takes care of everything. It's possible by the end of the draft, if you said, Ryan, would you like to swap this Reaver for a Dismissal? I would say yes, but right now I'm super happy that we took Reaver. Yeah, Visionary Wheeling would be nice, but let's take Triumph. I think this is a Tithe Bearer or Guild Globe. We could take Guild Globe, and with Plaza plus Guild Globe plus 1 basic gives us 3 sources towards any splash. And we do have 2 Dam Breakers, so we have some of the 6s we can run if we want them. Oh, thanks. Yeah, let's do that now. I get lazy because it's how we're drafting. It doesn't matter what the info bar says, but it's a little confusing. Let's not be confusing with the information on the screen. Although, the only thing wrong was the record. Everything else is up to date. Hey, Tim Nose, doing all right? Strike should be considered. What strike are we talking about? Oh, Wanderer Strike. Yeah, just taking that for the splash. It's a good point. I think I'm going to take the Globe and set up the splash until, rather than take the card we can't splash yet. Another opportunity for a Globe. We could splash Tybalt, potentially. Another thing about splashing, though, is like we have a Citadel to cast. All right, I'm not sure we're playing him, but we can take Tybalt.
Boil with anger. Show us you're alive.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm sold on splashing Tybalt, but it only cost us a Globe to have that in our pocket. Do you splash a Weird? Iron Bully. Well, the black seems to be drying up, and the blue, really. Yeah, we take the Beacon. That does help with Narset, but yeah, Weird's not a good splash. You need it on 3. You're right, Fringy. Can we go red? Sure, we can. It would, but you're suggesting that Tybalt plus, say, Spellgorger with our existing blue is better than Citadel, Massacre Girl, Laptop, Gleaming, and I'm not down with that. I'm not into the Bully. I'm going to take the Beacon and right now not play it. Wujo wanted to take the red card and be open. Take this Globe. Well, I guess we take a second Tybalt here. Certainly don't want Unlikely Aid. Or I don't think we want Pirate. We could take No Escape. No escape maybe is fine. Second Tybalt, we do have, if we played a mountain, we'd have mountain, beacon, plaza, 2 guild globes. So splashing the Tybalts is not that difficult at this point. Yeah, we can take Tybalt. Numenor thinks this is undisciplined, but I think it's taking a look at the splash tools we have and saying, yeah, we can consider that. We'll get no escapes.
Welcome to my symphony of pain.
Well, maybe we can just pivot to red. I don't know. We'll take the Heartfire here, though, over Manticore. Here's another Naga Eternal we could choke down if we had to. Aid? The +2... I'm never playing combat tricks. Just like... yeah, I don't think I'm ever playing... +2/+0. Oh, aid the... Oh, is Aid the Fallen? I got the wrong aid. Yeah, aid would have been okay. Aid would have been better. That was a mispick then. I just had the wrong aid in my head. We'll take an assault team. We don't need a third Naga. Vault progress. Well, enough random red has come our way late that we've got complications now. Would love this cruelty, but for vault, let's see. Oh, we have 2 mythics. We can even go craft this. Let's do that. Take Finale and craft. Ooh, we can take Taskmaster. That's great if we are still committed to black, which I feel like we are. I don't want to get too distracted by weak-ass red that we don't really want to play anyway. And we could play Heartfire. Yeah, I like Taskmaster there. Here's where we can lean into our splash and take Skydiver or D-Spark. Skydiver is probably better, but 2 of our splash sources are one time, so we can't sit here and proliferate. Oh yeah, but so we probably just take Dismissal over D-Spark. I think Dismissal is just more universally useful than D-Spark. D-Spark, when it works, is more powerful, but you just kind of sit here holding on to this too much. So we'll take Dismissal. Yeah, Epiphany is here, but I think Dismissal is so clear, so much more of a clear need for us than this card draw, given that we have Finale and Triumph and Narset. So we're going to take Dismissal. Another opportunity to splash a D-Spark if we want to do that. Or we just take a Thunder Drake or a Weird. Plaza, I don't think we need Plaza. I think we have the tools. Like, if we're going to splash, we might not even end up splashing Tybalt. Like, we could cut the splash entirely if we don't want to. We might wheel this Weird. I'm going to take the Thunder Drake. Another Triumph, you say? Yeah, I'm in for another Triumph. Drawing cards to nowhere a little bit here, though. Yeah, I'm going to take Reaver here. Nice Toll. Who needs interaction? We'll just strip it out of their hands. And we can splash a couple of Heartfires if we want. Maybe we don't want a second one, though. Maybe. I guess we'll take it. Over Veto. Totally Lost, Random Flyer. I guess we just want Totally Lost. More Beacon. It's a real cost, though. It only helps cast Planeswalkers. I don't think we want Beacon, so Silverwing, I guess. You hate to play Silverwings in blue decks. You would just rather have real flyers, if you know what I mean, but sometimes you do what you gotta. I have never played a Wall of Runes, and I hope not to. I almost boarded in Wall of Runes last night against some red-white aggro decks, but I'm hoping never to play a Wall of Runes. Another Silverwing. Oh, I forgot to go swap. Boo. So we got 40 gems. Again, though, it doesn't really matter for us. We're going to get there eventually. All I would have done is shown that you could go convert 2 mythic rares to get to 4x. Anyway, it's not even a gem punt. I think I'm with you. This deck does not need any of the red. We're just going to be straight blue-black. Focus on that. Sure, we can talk about grinding as a new player. Yeah, globes just go 1-2, and then we have a deck. Is that it? Globe does help cast Citadel. If there's like like what's terrible? What are we running that we just hate? Like these Naga Eternals, right? Like I'd rather have a Globe than 2 Naga Eternals. Oh, we got some bad end. That's true. No question about it. But we got some good top end. We could bring the red splash in to fix the weakness of our bottom end. So, like, our weakest cards here are these. Yeah, we can run at least a heart. I'm back in on considering red at least, but then we have to put the globes back in. But then, okay, so let's take a look at what a hardy red splash might look like. Oops, not this though. Oh, thanks. Change that scene. Get out of here. The old 10 creature deck. This is kind of our other option. Just cut all the trash and splash our decent red stuff. $13 non-creatures is great numbers for Narset. Our bottom end was bad enough that I think this is correct. If we, if Naga Eternals were upgraded to, you know, think of whatever good 3-drop creatures in black or blue are your favorites. Like, and if this was another, like if there was a Thunder Drake instead of Silver Wings and these were better, then I think I would just skip the red. But I think we got to play to our powerful stuff here. Well, you want to go to 8 swamps, huh? Well, I was worried about Narset as the toughest early drop to cast. We definitely want Reaver on 2, though, and Taskmaster. like running a beacon instead of a mountain only helps Narset. Other than that, like running a beacon is just wrong here, right? There's 3 planeswalkers it helps. 2 of them are on the splash anyway. Yeah. Just want to, you know, anybody thinking, oh, we're trying to splash a planeswalker, therefore we should run beacon. No, it's a single color planeswalker, therefore there's no reason not to just run a mountain instead of beacon unless you have something else. It's when you're splashing other colors. If you were only splashing Tybalt, then yeah, you could run the beacon instead of a mountain. But since we're splashing Heartfire as red as well. Citadel is a good argument for 8 swamps. I'm not sure Reaver, like, Narset is a good reason for leaning blue, but Reaver plus the Citadel I think is a good reason to lean black, which is just funny since we're obviously heavier blue, but... is this an 18 lander? That's not impossible as well, but with double globe, I'm inclined to say no. I think we're kind of like an 18 lander anyway, in the sense that we are 17 lands with 38 cards. And add in 2 Jace's Triumph, and it thins the deck even more. So let's see. Non-spoilerish names. Call it Globetrotter. That reveals that it has guild globes in it, maybe, but not very spoilery other than that. Actually, I'm going to take a shot with the sideboard, since this was one with interesting sideboard choices. Why Globetrotter? Because it's got 2 globes in it, and Globetrotter is the name of a U.S. comedy basketball team. Can you see the opponent's deck names in draft? No, I do it because it's fun. But also because when I chop out my draft vids and post them to YouTube, I put a name on them so that it's not just a cold, heartless War Best of 3 draft. You know, the spoiler thing. Why? Because people who watch on YouTube, I've gotten some feedback. That I understand, and because when I watched draft videos heavily, I felt this way as well. I did not like it when the videos spoiled either what the deck was going to end up being or what the results were, because I like to play along at home, right? So if you name it something like Citadel Madness, then the person reading that title knows going in that the deck is going to be around Bolas's Citadel, and it's less interesting draft for that player. All right, let's go here. It's true, but even that feels like it's the Citadel was pack 1 pick 1, but you don't always keep your pack 1 pick 1. So if the deck is called, if the video is called Citadel whatever, and you pick it pack 1 pick 1, then you are spoiling the whole draft. It's like, okay, well, they stay in black, you know. Especially, like, consider what just happened there. We were on the verge of bailing on black for red multiple times. If the video was called Citadel Madness, then, right, I could just not use the nickname in the title, but the whole point of the names is to use them in my titles, Dionysus. Is like, that's why I do it. If I didn't care about that, it's that and for my results spreadsheet. So if you look at my spreadsheet, I use the deck names to paste a picture of the deck list. Right. Hey, speaking of the importance of flavor, I'm going to take one moment here to share with you something cool. The coolest thing that happened yesterday is that Adam, Woody, and I finally gave Marshall a gift that we commissioned for him that I thought I would share with you guys. I'm sure Marshall, when he gets up today, will tweet about it. But we decided, because we like Marshall, to commission an altar from Eric Klug. Klug? I don't know if it's Klug or Klug. I wish I knew how to pronounce his name, but I've only read it. So, I want to share with you this sweet altar that we gave to Marshall last night. He was very touched. I don't know if I can... Here, let's zoom it in. Nice, huh? So obviously Marshall's favorite card is Man of War, but some other things about this is Marshall loves the beta islands. So you can see this island and this island are referential to the islands on the original beta basics. Another thing to note is this right here, this boat whole thing is a nod to Marshall's dad, who passed away in the recently. And he was Marshall's dad was pretty nautical and had a lot of nautical collectibles, including a bunch of these things. So this is kind of a little nod to Marshall's dad. And also note, like, he Eric sepia toned the blue and the mana symbol. Oh, the detail is great. Anyway, it's an altar. So this is a playable Magic card. This is acrylic painted on top of a Portal Man of War. All right. Let's get to playing. I'm sure he'll brag about it later today. Nice opener here. Got our power combo, power couple. And a fallback plan. Oh, we even get Taskmaster on 2. I wish I had this deck last night. Dionysus, you feel second class because I name my decks to not spoil things for my YouTube audience? Excuse me, I gotta recover my eyes, which have rolled onto the floor. Oh. There we go. Yeah, I guess we got a toll. This is quite a start from Oppo. But also, if we Overseer, we have a block on Wrangler as it sits. Yeah, I think we give him one more turn before we toll. Let's get Overseer. We go Overseer, toll into Skylord, and I think we can stabilize here. Yeah, maybe we could have done it the other way and not changed much, but Overseer down at least for a moment there threatened the Wrangler. Well, now I'm more inclined to try and make Massacre Girl work for us, but I'm not sure we can get there. Let's see. We need like a... maybe we just accept this, or yeah, maybe. Well, this can get. This has trample. Why the Crunch and not the Wrangler? The Wrangler's a bigger problem than the Crunch right now. We could also do Overseer. What if we did this? Then he only gets. Then Oppo only gets one of the two. I think we do this. Oh, that's nice too. All right, we can maybe stabilize here. In fact, maybe we postpone tolling again because we could Heartfire now, and then. Oh, we can't Heartfire now. What am I thinking? We don't have red. We just have red-looking cards. So yeah, we got to toll. Let's toll. Ooh, and they are out of 4 power. Oh no, they got the Croc that we have to get rid of. Yeah, I guess we just get rid of the Croc here. And we have a good block on the Crunch again. So this is not bad. I think we can stabilize from here. Especially if we get some red. Yeah, Rigid, it's of course. Everybody understands the inherent risks. Well, not everybody. The inherent risks of splashing for power are lack of consistency. And it is going to cost you win percentage in lack of consistency, but the idea is it is gaining us even more win percentage in power level. And this is just going to happen sometimes. If we find our red, we're going to be still really happy with these cards. Deckmaster shows it to be working here. I'm going to restart Deckmaster. Or actually... Oh yeah, we can just Massacre Girl. Let's just draw a land and Massacre Girl. So... what do we have to keep? We don't even need to keep... Well, it's not a blowout though, right? It stops at... It doesn't hit 3? There's no 3 to chain into? Kind of love Oppo just ripping off the Polymerite Druid off the top to make our lives miserable. Yeah, I think you're right. So we're going to chump here. And hope we draw an untapped land now. One time, dealer. Is a one time really asking that much? I mean, one time. I was very specific, I'll have you know. Well, now we're just super dead? No, 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 Dirty Digits. I did not ask for a land. I asked for an untapped land. I was careful in my wording. I understand that if I pray incorrectly, the mana gods can punish me, but I did not. I prayed correctly. All right, so we're going to say no attacks and... ... Well, we block here and go to 1, and then Massacre Girl at least kills the Conjurant and the Druid, and then stays around to block the Crunch. Wrong chump? I thought that was genius. Yeah, I guess we're dead to Jaya, but if we were dead to Jaya, we were just dead. Alright, won't show him in Massacre Girl. I was wondering that, Hector. I'm not sure. If Haughty Pancake is sniping, I wish they'd stop, but I'm also thinking it's not likely they are. It's not a punt. There was... If you're gonna call that a punt, you gotta tell me the line we could take that would have beaten that situation. Tell me what I should have done to win that game, and I'll give you that punt. No, we don't need another red source. We have 3 red cards. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 red sources. It's fine. We just got unlucky with our draw. I could have blocked Crunch, and then we would have lost. Like, there's just no... My point is, there was no line knowing their hand that would have done anything. All right, let's stop worrying about that punt and worrying about if there's any sideboarding we want to do. With red-green, you know, the Naga Eternal starts to look a little better because it can just get in there and block, like maybe even down a Tybalt, up a Naga. No, I mean, your Tuxedo, against this matchup, you're not wrong that that's a reasonable... I think like one of those is like a reasonable play given what they're showing. I still want to splash the Heartfire, and 1 Tybalt is fine. I'll keep everything else, I think, but I do actually... I want some creature, mid-range creature there to block the Crunch. All right. Pretty straightforward sequencing here. We're going to Toll on 3, probably Conjurant on 4. And with that play, probably Massacre on 5. They are out of land, which is interesting to see. What do we care about most? I think we have to not worry about plane-wide celebration given their mana situation. Nahiri... You know, like the Wrangler's the thing they can do right away. The Stinger... Thing is, we kind of want them... Yeah, let's take the Wrangler, and then they'll play out the Stinger, and we'll try to set up a nice Massacre Girl by letting them play into 2 toughness and 3 toughness before we Massacre. Let's get rid of that. I think that sets them up to potentially play most into our Massacre Girl. Gonna play Conjurant, but I'm fine with a Drake here, I think, although maybe we just play nothing and plan on Massacre. Yeah, I guess with blue also it's not too suspicious. It just looks like maybe we have some counter magic. I'm gonna throw up a control bluff. Well, this is where we see if they're stream sniping, because there's no way someone watching this who can see my hand... Oh, well, they got a New Horizons, which might just... That's still good for us, though. Depending on where they put this. That's true. Appa with the sick top decks, making our Massacre Girl play less interesting. No, that play doesn't suggest stream sniping to me either. I mean, they drew this. If I drew this in their situation, I would absolutely be playing the New Horizons. Yeah, so I think we go... I think we play a big Conjurant here, actually. And then it's at 5. I don't want to kill the Conjurant 2, but I think it gets... It should be okay. I'm going to go 5 Conjurant. Still dies. Well, we can set up a potential longer game here, too. Yeah, if the 4 dies and the 5 dies, that's a good point. Yeah, I guess playing this wasn't great, especially with this. But... You want to triumph here? Why? If we attack with the 1/1... Well, now we're swinging. I'm getting confused by chat. I got to play my own game here. I'm going to get screwed up and rope out. Okay, so timing this Massacre Girl. If we attack with the 1/1 and they block with the 2/4, then Conjurant survives a Massacre Girl. So we'll give them, given that it only takes this, we're going to give them a chance to do that. Like, if they block with a Prophet here, then it really works out. Oh, no, it doesn't, does it? Because then we miss the 2. Well, we'll see what they do here. I don't know why I did that. Ah, see, it was genius. Because it was genius. I'm just going to triumph. Ooh, that's interesting. And I'll globe. I'm going to globe here, though. This is all right. They're like, if we were under pressure, I would feel like I admit that I'm not playing a very clean game here. I'm not exactly being a Magic pro with
The earth trembles in anticipation of my vengeance.
brilliant thinking about what's going on, but you know, the Massacre Girl's gonna be good for us here when we get there. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's interesting. All right. No, that's good. That gives us the chain. Yeah, the other, like, plane wide, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're 2 off because we're gonna massacre. Yeah, let's do it. No, they're two off because we're going to massacre, is what I was saying. Maybe just 4, 5, 6. We could Dam Breaker, but no, we don't have to ping Nahiri. Nahiri isn't doing anything until we have tapped stuff. So I think if we go, yeah, we can go Drake, Reaver. I like Drake into Reaver, and then next turn Skylord, turning army into a 3/3 attacker. Why not attack Nahiri? Because she doesn't really matter yet. I get that we can't block a first striking Croc. Let's see if Oppo wants to attack with their first striking Croc. Girl's a free attack. Oh, because the Menace. Sure. Sorry. I forgot. I haven't played Massacre Girl much. I've totally forgot she had Menace. It is a free attack, so yeah, we'll do that.
Your sins won't be forgotten.
Sorry, just completely didn't see Menace on Massacre Girl. I'm real good. Yeah, you can have that. Big old Conjurant. We have 6 mana. If we spent 3 of it, we could have 4 if we found land, but 4 doesn't get us the Skylord. We can just dismiss the Conjurant, though, and get in a pretty big attack. Yeah, I gotta watch out for Plane-Wide Celebration, but there's not much we can do about it. It's probably gonna happen. It's probably gonna happen. I'm kind of in for the Triumph and Dismiss. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. Ooh, we get a Reaver also. I just like sending the Conjurant back because if they do get the 7th land, now they got a choice to make. And we can go Nahiri. And then we really got to just start going after Oppo. And we're somewhat hoping, like, if they get Plane-Wide Celebration next turn, we could be in a bad way, but this is a pretty good 2-turn sequence. Especially if they don't get the Plane-Wide off.
I will come for you another day.
Right. Norbert points out what we're trying to do is force them to, if they do Plane-Wide Celebrate, use it for life total. All right. Interesting. So they want 2 blockers. But I think we get to fly in now and win. So sweet. Oh, that was a little weird. Misread some cards and fumbled some of the interactions a little bit with Massacre Girl, but we got there. She's that powerful. Had some good plays too, yeah, but a little more awkward than I would like Let's play a cleaner game 3, shall we? What do we think about the Eternal Tybalt question? I think I like the 1-1 split. Yeah, let's run this back. These are definitely... We didn't say par for this one, but with Massacre Girl and Citadel and powerful cards... I really think this is like at least a par 2.5, but now I'm going to have to mulligan our opener. 4 lands, all swamps. Deck, that's how you're going to play it? Man, any one of these is an island. We just love this hand, but we just can't keep it. It's already a mulligan with Narset. Alright, we keep this, and we'll keep that. Wrangle on 2 is intimidating to see if they follow it. Oh, sorry, I was supposed to do a plaza there. If they follow it with a crunch, this could be rough for us, and we'll have to use dismissal early. At least we got an island, so me not playing the plaza, hopefully we find a different spot in it and we can still cast our early drops. But we may have to dismissal next turn, depending on what they're up to here. No crunch. No crunch. Okay, okay. So successfully no crunch, but also can't play Narset. So we're going to dismiss the Rioters so that we have a 1-1 to block the Wrangler. I think we have to run Citadel no matter what, because, like, Citadel's floor, like, let's say you're at 3 life and you play Citadel, at least it says every time you would draw a land, draw an extra card, you know? So, like, you being able to play, it doesn't say exactly that, but basically being able to play land off your top for free as a floor for this card is pretty decent, but up against an aggressive red-green deck is not the best home, not the best opponent to be facing with a Citadel deck. Okay, that's great. Although, if we're not comfortable playing Narset, I think we have to play Narset here. Maybe she'll distract them.
If you wish to surrender, meditate.
13 cards hit. Well, 12 because Narset doesn't hit herself. And, you know, it's one thing to swing and miss. It's another thing to be clicking a done button and have it not click after you've swung and missed. That's really annoying. Yeah, you is right. But we'll see what they do here. Note that they honored the God Pharaoh and did not follow with the land. So even though they saw 3 cards last turn, they did not find any land among them. Well, Narset's kind of doing her job. If we block the 1-1, we have nothing else in our hand, though. I think we have to keep this to continue to threaten the Wrangler. And Narset's not going to draw us any more cards, so we'll consider Narset's duty done. She gained us some life that can go to Citadel activations. Hey, that's not bad. That's not bad. Oh, and sorry for missing this last game. Whatever gets you here, Norbert. Oppo's got a very good deck. It has stumbled on mana here, and we're trying to take advantage of that and hope that this Citadel goes off. Maybe we just Massacre Girl first? Is that crazy? Alright, we'll Citadel. Wait, what do you like, Fiddles? Do you like Massacre first or Citadel first? Wait on Girl? Yeah, that's true. Let's see if they commit more. She can massacre even more. Alright. Come on, Citadel. Yes. Do we want to attack? No, I think we want to stay back. Protect our life total with Citadel. You like attack with Thunder Train? I'm protecting life total. I'm not going to presume they won't have something. Like, if they drop a big creature here, Riders gets actually very good. Like that. I can restart it on my end. Here, I'll restart Deckmaster since a couple people have mentioned it, but I don't know what's going on with it. Kind of like just trading. We're going to massacre everything eventually anyway. Yeah, I like... We don't want to miss the three though. We need... I think we do it this way. We need the 2 toughness around. We got to keep our chain to the 4s, you know. And here's where I think we Massacre Girl first, and then start dumping from the Citadel. Yeah, I guess we could have Tybalted. Didn't feel like it really mattered. This was going to be what we did.
You don't look scared. I can fix
6, you say. I think I don't want to take 6. Could just lose to a Heartfire or whatever. So we're gonna not take 6 on that. We're gonna wait and draw it. You don't have to cast stuff on your library just because Bolas' Citadel is in play. Very relevant. We're effectively at 5 life with Chandra. 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can actually Plaza, and well, we can do that later. Let's Dam Break. Submit. Maybe I should have waited, because we can attack Chandra down, and maybe there's something that else I wanted to play and proliferate. But I'm getting pretty nervous about using Citadel again much at all.
Oh, they're so cute.
Oh, it didn't matter when we activated Tybalt, right? Yeah, I gotta keep it above 4 for sure. But we also gotta take out Lady Chandra here.
Guess you don't need me anymore.
I don't want to play the Plaza yet, because if we're going... Yeah, I guess we have to stay above 4, then I might as well. I am not going to use the Citadel much anymore here. What? I guess I'll decline... Is this... Why is it doing this? I just played the plaza. I'm just going to decline. I'm not sure what it was asking. Yeah, it's a weird Citadel UI thing. I don't know. Yeah. One, two, so we can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards right now. Yeah, let's start with attacking, huh? I like it. And Wise Finale instant speed? Did I have something that makes it instant? Let's just use it now. Sack Globe and get 7. That's not how that works. Oh, can we... I think we just want to use it. I just was, you know, they were gaining some life, so it wasn't completely irrelevant. Yeah, but they are a couple of mana away from that. But yeah, it could come back to haunt us. I think we're close next turn with what we've got here. Ooh. That's nice blockers for them. Triumph. We can't activate Citadel yet. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We go 7, 8. Maybe we find 2 more. Yeah. Well, actually, we could do this. Maybe we can just win here, because we have... yeah, I think we just win, right? Because we go... Reaver. Oh, maybe it doesn't, though. Because, oh, no, we don't have an army yet. Great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we have 10 from the Naga. Yeah. Oh, yeah, why did I do that? I'm being silly. Let's go... like this, and then like, oh, how do we get? We need more. Wait. We need 11 because we need something to sack to Heartfire. So let's do Conjurant for 1, and Naga Eternal, and then we should have it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So then we Heartfire. We had it. It resets the rope a little bit every time you take an action. So as long as I was nice and steady there, we were going to get there. Yikes. Takes me some time to find those lines, and then the rope starts, and then I'm like, ah! But we got there. Whew. Oh yeah, we had 3 more damage from the Devils as well. We were pretty good. And you can sack the Citadel. Honestly, I knew that if we just had 11 non-Citadel permanents, we would be fine. And once I saw that we could do that, I didn't even bother reading the cards because I knew for sure, at least with 11 permanents, we had it. Looks like there's some questions here. I'll slip into soapbox. I won't take too long here, I promise. Those of you who just want to see magic, but I also want to check in with chat a little bit because there's some other questions. Ubermensch asks, what is aggro in limited as compared to constructed? I mean, power level and degree. I think, you know, you've heard Luis and Marshall say that people talk about control and aggro and mid-range in limited, but that realistically most decks are a shade of mid-range. And that's why the quadrant theory is so important in terms of cards that help you from behind, because a lot of times people see that their strategy is aggressive and therefore kind of dismiss help good when you're behind cards, because their idea is that's not what this deck is doing. If we're behind, we're dead anyway. We just got to attack. And that's true in constructed more than limited. Like in constructed, that is kind of true. Like if your aggro deck in constructed fails to turn the corner, you're in that spot where you're waiting 10 minutes to die against the control deck that you know has you beat. Like that's when I scoop a lot when I'm in constructed, because it's like this deck can't beat that. But limited, it's never that pure. Limited, it's like I'm leaning aggressive. I have aggressive curve outs, right? I think that's the big difference. Like a constructed deck that's aggressive is just to its core finely honed to be as aggressive as it can be given the format. Whereas in limited, you're not really pure aggression. You could say that your deck is leaning aggressive. Like this is an aggressive deck, but it's still going to have elements of mid-ranginess to it, and the games are going to have elements of mid-ranginess to them, such that you still need to be thinking about how you're going to close out the final points of damage in an aggro deck. And Mensch says, it seems hard for me to make an aggro deck in limited. Often, I can often get them to 5 life and they stabilize. Well, you're speaking to why, in the abstract, I prefer control strategies in limited than aggro. The other thing that... So, one of the problems I have with aggro decks is that they also they need to come in the right order. Like, if you don't... The parts tend to be replaceable, right? So the nice thing about aggro is that like a 2-drop is a 2-drop is a 2-drop, a 3-drop is a 3-drop is a 3-drop. Like I just want to fill my deck with 2s and 3s and go, right? And so the fact that they can be kind of generic is nice for the aggro deck, but the problem with it is that if you draw them out of order, if your opening hand has 3 of your 3-drops, 4 lands and nothing else, and then you miss 2, like missing on 2 is just this devastating result for the aggro deck, because you're giving that extra time to the control deck to control the situation. So, yeah, I'd say a real control deck is one that's not even trying to win via creatures. It's like it's trying to deck you or whatever. But no, I mean, you know, control decks are still kind of mid-rangey too, right? They can... The big difference is in limited is that your deck isn't a control deck overall. It may be a control deck this game. I think that's kind of the big difference. Like in constructed... It's always going to be an aggro deck every time, whereas in limited, you may not play it out aggro this game because of the way it drew. Any other questions before we get back in? Maybe not. All right, let's play some more. My expectations for M20? I'd have to look at one of the cards from it first. You'll hear my expectations of M20 after I look at some actual cards today. What rank would I rate myself? What is your scale? Rigid, this is why I like keeping a spreadsheet. I don't like wizards to tell me what my rank is. I just want to know what my... I mean, what does that even mean? What would I rank myself? Where would I rate my... You know, it's like... I don't even think that's a real question in some ways. We'll keep this. We got a globe. What I am is a 60 to 62% win percentage player. Like, I don't care what Wizard says my rank is. Their rank system does not tell me anything useful. Right. Mike, it's not only is tied to frequency of play, but I play on 2 accounts. The idea that I'm going to make any progress in rank when I'm playing on a couple of accounts is not realistic. We get to play nice turn 3 Tybalt here.
The only thing to fear.
Yeah. So Mike's a dirty bronze player because he doesn't play on enough. He plays on too many accounts to get to get any rank. Let's see. Kind of like Triumph. Make another devil. Let's attack with the first devil, see if they want to do anything about that. I'm very competitive too, Rigid, but if you're as competitive as me, you should do it yourself. Track your own stats, or use MTGA Tracker, which will kind of do it for you. Although the way they track wins and losses isn't satisfying to me. But it's important to understand where you're at, and I think you do that better with just actually looking at your own numbers, not relying on a game company's rank system to tell you how good you are. I'm looking at what we're doing here. Well, we're definitely making a token. We could Heartfire the Pegasus. Yeah, we could sack Tybalt to the Heartfire. That's a good point. Maybe that's worth getting rid of the Pegasus. We can do that in response to their attacking it, though. And I don't think we want to dismiss anything. Yeah, we'll do that. I kind of wish we used our mana better this turn, but I do like let Pegasus come at Tybalt and sack it. Elton John is one of my all-time faves. Certainly, he's a deep catalog favorite of mine. You know, there's a lot of artists that I just like kind of the big hits and top-level stuff, but I'm kind of although Elton John's individual albums aren't necessarily amazing, but he's amazing. Like, one of the things... about Elton John, that's like, look at his output from, and Zach, are you still here? Crush Descent. Yeah, well, we're paying for that. Elton John, your first concert? I've never seen Elton John in concert, so I'm jelly. But no, Elton John's. I was friend of the show here, Zvazda, Zach, and I are friends, and he ran a CD club in which somebody submitted some Elton John, and I was talking about Elton John, or maybe I did. I can't. Anyway, it was like his output from 1970 to 1975 is insane. Just look at the number of albums he made in that period. The thing is, each album has like 3 amazing songs, and then the rest are just so-so, in my opinion. So it's like he had this huge output, but because he produced so much stuff, there's no single album except for maybe Yellow Brick Road that is just top to bottom outstanding. Definitely in a Triumph. Then we'll see about dismissing. Yeah, I think rather than dismiss, we'll just Taskmaster here. Oh yeah, like even his 3 good song albums crush a lot of the competition. But I always just think, man, if instead of making like 7 or 8 albums from 1970 to 1975, he had just made 3 or 4, they would be the 3 or 4 best, and they only used his best stuff, they'd be the 3 or 4 best classic rock albums up there with Beatles, you know? I mean, right, Tuxedo Marty. I mean, most albums contain only 2 to 3 exceptional songs. I fully agree. That's why I think in some ways, the music industry is now saddled with this concept of the album that doesn't actually serve it very well, because it... Albums cause artists to put a lot of fluff to fill out their 60 minutes or whatever, whereas if we were like an EP culture, if the standard, because we went from singles, you know, 1 song on one side, 1 song to the other, to full albums, and if there was, if the EP were a thing, if the industry standard were 5 songs, like I think the music would be better for it. Too much chaff on albums because people need to fill them out. All right. I'm going to make mistakes if I keep talking music here. We want to dismiss the army token eventually here. Dismiss the token in Taskmaster? Sure. Let's do dismiss. I like dismissing the token at least. I think we're post-album. You still get great ones. I mean, Phosphorescence album last year is top to bottom one of my favorite albums in a few years. You know, I mean, I still appreciate that artists are out there making top to bottom great albums when it's in them. I just feel like the expectation that they're going to produce 60 minutes of great music every time is not so much. Yeah, and I do like cohesive, unique sounding albums. I played the song Blueberry Boat is starting songs recently. That whole album, if you dig the sound, is a nice cohesive whole. Sufjan Stevens' Age of Odds is another unique sounding album that sounds cohesive in and of itself. Put non-land permanent. I'm just remembering this, like we could eventually Prison Realm that if we have to. Yeah, let's just drop Conjurant and start going to town, I think. Two mana, they don't have a counter either. Oh, I love it. I'm a big prog rock fan, so The Wall and Tommy are 2 of my favorite classic rock albums. I got classic rock in my veins. Like, my musical trajectory was... I've said this before on stream, so apologies for the repeats for who've heard this, but basically, my mom, growing up, had 3 types of records. She had Neil Diamond records. She had Broadway show tune cast recording records, and she had Beatles records. So I basically grew up on Cabaret, the White Album, and whatever
I have a plan.
Neil Diamond album had Forever in Blue Jeans on it or whatever, you know. Anyway, so I fell in love with the Beatles first and foremost, then dug much deeper into classic rock in like high school and early college, where I was just obsessed with Led Zeppelin, The Who, the Beatles, the Stones, all that stuff. I have a lot of classic rock knowledge locked up in my brain. And then in college and after, I broadened into more indie rock stuff. Yeah, Oppo, here I am talking music. Oppo is just like, I'm gonna mess you up. That's all right. We've got options. Like, Teferi's dead. Let me start by killing Teferi. We're gonna send in the devil, and either the devil gets blocked and kills Teferi, or doesn't get blocked and kills Teferi. No, have not heard about any news on arena drafts. Teferi, sure, yeah. I like Teferi matters enough that I want him off. I want him out of here. With the Dam Breaker, we miss out on an extra Conjurant point. But maybe it doesn't, like, we could actually go Plaza, miss 2 Conjurant points, or miss 1 Conjurant point by going Plaza, pay for it, Conjurant, and then Dam Breaker next turn. Let's see. I'm gonna go Plaza and Conjurant. I'm doing this because I think the difference between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a 7, 7, and like an 8, 8 or a 9, 9 or whatever doesn't really matter that much. Norbert says doesn't make sense. What I'm doing doesn't? I'm not sure what you're if I'm not making sense here, but my feeling is that the Dam Breaker after gets this to 7, 7, and then is just as good as an 8, 8 or whatever. Like, the difference between 7, 7 to 9, 9 is not that big a deal. Yes, I am doing the early access event. I don't know if they'd announced it. I'm always paranoid about announcing my participation in that stuff, but basically whenever they do opt-in streamer stuff, I'm doing it. Ooh, what does Massacre Girl do for us? We have the 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So they would everything would die, including the Conjurant, but maybe that's worth it? Let's send in the Conjurant first. Is there any drawback there? Like, if they block somewhere that we don't want, it could break the chain. I'm willing to risk that. I'm going to send in this, and yeah, but if they want to block with Law Rune, if they want to break the chain here with a block, I'm down with it. And yeah, I think with 1 card left in their hand, it is worth it. I mean, we get Massacre Girl, Dam Breaker, and Totally Lost against their 1 card in hand. Did you find Magic Online's rating system useful? The ELO systems are more useful than arbitrary resetting rank like we have on Arena. So but I didn't find it particularly useful. No. Nothing to Dam Break on the Massacre Girl, so we'll attack first. Yeah, we'll Reaver and Dam Break. after this. They seem to be reversing course. So there's a question about thoughts on murder going back to common in M20. Fair enough, Adelwar. But I also think, in a sense, it doesn't matter, right? Oh, sorry, it was on me. Waiting for Oppo when it's totally on me. Do we need to? I don't need to worry about clever, totally lost Prison Realm type plays. I want Oppo to show me that they can just beat this. All right, that was good. Yeah, Swampler says, Elo is an okay fit at best for Magic. Magic's variance means you need a lot of games for a remotely accurate Elo. Correct. So I got derailed mid-game there, but my thought on Elo is that it's more useful than the rank system in Arena, for example. But what Elo tends to reflect in a game like Magic is how well you've done recently. It's a good barometer for what your last dozen or so matches have been. Elo is actually funny. People type it like you did, ELO, as though it's a three-letter acronym, which is the theme of my music this week, by the way. But it's actually because there was a guy named, I forget his first name, but his last name was Elo. So Elo is not capital E, capital L, capital O, and that it stands for something. It's just some dude's last name. And he was the one to come up with a system for allowing ranking between disparate skill levels. Sorry, let's make sure we don't want to make any changes here. I think I like our deck against what they have lined up, though, so I'm just going to send this back. Right, so it was made for chess. Elo is best for games with very little variance. When you're trying to compare skill levels of competitors in a game in which it is highly skill intensive, it's actually, Elo is a very good system. It breaks down when there's variance, though. How do you wrap your head around a new set? Archetypes, yeah, well, wrapping your head, we'll get to that when we take a look at some new cards. This is a loose keep, but I think we keep. Let me keep this. I don't know if there's there's a modified Elo that we actually used on Arena. I don't know what they're using anymore, but there's an evolved Elo that takes into account, that has basically a reliability axis based on how much data it has, because it, is saying like you need a lot of data before you're sure. So there are systems in place that modify Elo to be more reflective of how uncertain it can be until you have a lot of data. All right, we can Tibalt here. Better than Narset for this situation.
This will be devilish. My friend is here.
So anyway, for approaching a new set, I like to look for the uncommon signposts. Where are the high synergy points? What are the cards that? What are the synergies in the set at all? Wow, really? Thanks. So unfortunately can't do anything about the Pegasus finishing off Tybalt, but we'll take one more duder here.
So cute.
And I suppose we could Guild Globe and look for the Heartfire to potentially do the trick we did in the previous match. The other option is to throw down Narset and distract with Narset as well. And I think we'll wait on Narset till we can try and protect her with Skylord. So I'm going to Globe here. Glicko, yes. Glicko is the name of the evolved Elo that I was talking about.
Well, this wasn't very fun.
The other thing I like to do when assessing a new set is just use historical analogs and also have some... that's interesting. Fine. And some benchmark types of cards. You can ask yourself, does Divination look like it? Even if Divination doesn't exist, would Divination be good in this set? Is a 2/2 for 2 good in this set? You know, think of certain types of cards. Oh, I see. They were doing it in our upkeep. I understand what's going on now. So do we want... Yeah, we'll just attack with the Devil. And I think I'd do the Guild Globe again. Could have killed Globe. Why are we trying to kill the Globe? Oh yeah, right, they could have killed the Globe, sure. Maybe so, Great God, who's suggesting that M20 looks like the power and complexity are higher than a typical core set. I don't know, haven't really looked, so I guess we'll find that out. All right, they've got 4 mana up. They've shown us the Bad Quench, so we're not going to play into Bad Quench. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can spend 4 total mana and play around Bad Quench. I think we're going to go with... I don't want to do Narset because it just feels like throwing her into death for one possible card. So I'm going to play pretty conservative here and just drop a Reaver. We're going to look for the Telltale Pause of a counterspell here. Yep. We're gonna try and make Bad Quench extra awful here. Not necessarily a counter, no, but it's evidence that it might be, and it's evidence I think worth playing around. Although we're seeing pauses here too, so there's 2 types of pauses. Obviously, if they only had a counterspell, right now there wouldn't be oppo pauses. So it's only but they're. So it's not a guarantee it's a counterspell. It could just be some other instant they have. But I like playing around the Bad Quench since specifically we saw it last game, right? Yeah, I mean there's plenty of bluffs, but we literally saw Bad Quench. I'm not just making it up. Like we literally we saw it last game. So that's why I'm more inclined to think that's what's going on here. And, you know, if they're bluffing to get us to misspend mana or whatever, well, they just went on turn 4 having done nothing, which is how you punish Bad Quench. And then once you start playing around Bad Quench, the Bad Quench controller starts to get antsy because now it's like, well... if I don't do anything here on my main phase, they're not going to let me have an opportunity to cast this card for value. Thanks, Thorn Thallid. Appreciate any hosting I can get. So now they've gone shields down, and we can see what we want to do with 7 mana and no possible counter. Unfortunately, we don't have really a 2-spell sequence. So I think even though we could play around Bad Quench if they had left it up, we are just going to play Skylord and wish that they would tap our mana in a more threatening-looking way. Do it like this. I don't want to send out Dambreaker when I want to get up in the air. Well, we could. I guess the Dambreaker is... The Dambreaker, if we wait until post-Narset, is going to help on Narset. I'm going to go Skylord here. Our flyer is bigger than their flyer, and in fact, it can attack right now. Although I think we want to just stay back against that Pegasus. With 7, we're going to have 8 next turn. That's pretty good. But we had to totally lost theirs back. Citadel is interesting, but we're too low on life to make good use of it. We gotta get there without it. Looks like game 3. I'm gonna show him Narset though, because we might find something useful off of Narset here.
Those who cannot perceive want of thoughtfulness before action.
Tired of whiffing on Narset with 12 targets in the deck. That's really frustrating. So I don't want to let him quench us, so we're gonna do this. Hey, I could lose the Pegasus. I think I gotta actually kill something though. We gotta hope that we find flyers to defend the air. I think we're just basically dead, though. We're in one of those spots where you can nitpick how I'm trying to not be dead, but I think we're just dead. Oh yeah, auto tap is such plus benefit, net positive that it's crazy good, but it still has some issues. All right. All right, to game 3 on this one as well. A lot of flyers. Anything else we can put in Silverwing just to add to the air, especially since one of their problem flyers is a 2/2. They're playing combat tricks though. Worth splashing the Turret Ogre for flyer support? Maybe. We could go Ogre minus Dambreaker. I kind of like that. And then I still have a Silverwing in. If we were to keep that in, what would we take out? Take out a single Tybalt. Reduce our red splash anyway. No, I think we won. We're 1-1, so we lost that game, so we must have won the first game. Can we get there with Citadel against Flyers? I think so. We're going to try. I don't think we cut Citadel. Added this one. I'm going to run this. like the one Heartfire Mike. I don't think I want to run a second. We're pretty low on creatures. We're like hoping to sack our near-dead planeswalkers and our army tokens and stuff. Oh, did I not update the record? Yes, we won the first match. Correct. Oh yeah, well, it's correct, right? We're 1-0. That's correct. This looks good. Gotta love the turn 3 toll. Let's see what you got, Oppo. They have no white to their name currently. I might just take the Skylord. If they do find the white, though, then those get really annoying. I'm gonna take Skylord. Rigid Thinking wants Pegasus. Trouble with that is, like, they have a backup Pegasus, so it's not like we stop them from doing that plan. We can go Skylord into Dambreaker, and then they need, I mean, we gotta watch for this Crush Descent, but... Alright, they just want to keep Crush Descent up, even though we know about it. I'm going to... attack like this, and we're going to play a Conjurant for 3. Because it puts us ahead on board. They've either got to... they can use it now and get an army of their own. But this really clears things up for us. They might look to race here, but I like Skylord next turn, helping with that. Well, the Screecher being able to activate is a little annoying, but if they don't draw anything, we should have a good stabilization play here in the Skylord, and then Dambreaker, and then Citadel for... And with all of those... I should have thought this through before playing the Skylord out, but we can attack with the Conjurant because it's not blocking. And if they want to trade off any of their flyers, that's great for us. Let's see if we can hold back an attack, or at least accept a trade for one of the Pegasuses. Ooh. I think we have to take 9. No, we can't really take 9, can we? They're out of gas, but it's like... Well, here's the thing. If we wait and Dambreaker, then we win the sky. But we can't take 9. If we take 9, we go to 5. Then we're just dead on the crackback. I think we got a little behind. Well, they were going to use all their mana anyway. We have to block. It's sad, but we have to block. Boo. Now we need, like... We need help. Well, it wasn't 3, it was just 2. Alright. Citadel for something magical? Oh, why did I play a land? I'm so bad. So bad. Any chance we had was thrown away by me playing out a land for no reason. Now are we just dead? Let's see. We're not just dead, so we'll attack. Yeah, in my head I was looking for something from Citadel to stop this, but there you go. It's not really, like, kind of makes it not a punt in my mind. Like, there's no... There wasn't really a path. Now let's see if we bounce the Enforcer... Dam Breaker. Still dead. Boo! I don't think we were winning that one no matter what my play was. We still like to have as perfect play as we can, but that was not going to go in our favor with those cards on top. All right, we're up against... We've given up our foul to give. We're 1-1. We need match wins now or we're out of the gems. Great God, it didn't matter. That didn't matter either, though. Like, you can call it a punt, but I at least had reasoning. Playing the land was bad, but at least we had outs. The Citadel gave us outs to controlling their board, I thought. That's what I was thinking on that. So anyway, we'll keep this, though. Decide on Plaza versus Reaver on 2. As I say, it might depend on whether or not we draw a another land, because this lets us do something on 3. So, yeah, I like Reaver to Triumph or Reaver to Overseer, since we drew another swamp. That's an aggressive use of an excellent removal spell. And I couldn't be more thrilled that Oppo used a premium spell on what amounts to like a little less than half a card. Overseer or card draw? I'm gonna go Overseer. Let's draw cards later. In general, when I'm given the choice between drawing cards and building out my board in the early game, I'm going to build out the board. Record is correct. We just dropped our second match and we're 1-1. Tell you what, after this event, no matter how long it takes, I will take a break to make some food. And then I'll come back and we'll do some M20 stuff. I didn't rigid, but let's cover that after the after this game. Yeah, I think we're in max out our mana here with a globe into Plaza, but we'll start with globe. Perhaps the weird is why they were willing to use the Scorn so lightly. Ooh, almost played that. Don't do that, Ryan. Not the plan. Yeah, it depends on your win rate and how much you value cards for your collection. That's a pretty big deal as well. whether or not getting random rares matters to you or not. Okay, what are we doing here? We got Triumph, we got Tybalt. If we Tybalt, it is now under threat from Shriek Diver. So I actually like Triumph here. I'm going to Triumph first, see what we get. Massacre Girl is good to know that we have. Now we're kind of setting up around that. Just drop another land. Given that we're going to massacre everything, is there any attacking we want to do? Not really. They've got good blocks. Okay. Yeah, great God. I'm not even saying that playing this for little value because of this is smart magic, but it may be motivational. Like, I'm just trying to find what the thinking was. Well, they seem perfectly willing to play pretty heavily into our Massacre Girl. If we Dam Breaker here... I don't want to kill the Dam Breaker if we don't have to. I'm just going to Jace's Triumph again. I think we go 6, 5. Yeah, I just Jace's Triumph and then let them build out the board more. I could Narset now, but then they would just kill her. Let's just pass and try and get a super sweet Massacre Girl on the next turn. Ooh, ouch. New game plan, I guess. Man, this game was over. Completely over. Now it's a game. But it's a game we can do good stuff in. Dambreaker would have survived? Really? Look at all that death. Yeah, we could dismiss the Sphinx. It just ends up doing its thing again. Maybe that's worth it, though. Let's see. If we dismiss and then Reaver... How about... do this. Get Narset out.
I know 88 will just the trick.
Take Tybalt. Okay, so if we attack here... Yeah, I'll send the army. They have to give up the Visionary if they want to take out the token, and I'm okay with that. I don't want them to be drawing a bunch of stuff. That's what I thought they would do. It was somewhat risky. I kind of did, like... It's a close call whether we want to trade a 3-3 for the 1-3, given that we have Dam Breaker coming, but I didn't think they were going to block. So... yeah, we want to keep them busy. Definitely want to keep them busy. They're going for the dive here. Deny us a Narset draw. Oh, really? Oppo continues to surprise me. I would have been happy to prevent Narset from this activation. Overseer's giving the army menace.
Open mind.
Citadel. And what do you say we play Citadel? Although we could wait. If we Citadel, we just lose the ability to cast anything in our hand. Maybe that's okay, though. Let's check it out. Ooh, I like it. Gonna have to draw this Conjurant, though. We're not gonna cast that for a 0. What are you thinking about, Oppo? Maybe a loot? I don't know. Oppo making some questionable life decisions. Oppo, if you come back and watch this, no real need to make that play. It's not your best card, so I was never going to make you discard it. You just want to suck it up and accept that I'm going to get your best one and move on. In this case, it's the Rescuer Sphinx. Pretty sure. Just making sure, though. Yeah. Valhalla's Chosen asks, am I ever afraid hovering over Oppo's cards is going to make them aware of something they may have been missing? Yes, I actually keep an eye on where my mouse pointer is because of that. Four, yeah, that's fair, but but I'm just never gonna make him discard that. So, like, you still get that play. Make it indestructible for blocks if I attack. Yeah, they may have been, that's maybe what they were thinking, but I think usually it's just like, oh, I gotta get this spell out of my hand because they're gonna get rid of it, but it's like, I was never gonna get rid of it. Ah, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's coincidence. It's not a flavor-based non-bow, it's just magic rules interacting. Scorn or Toll, I'm not sure what they want to go for here. Sure, let's Heartfire. I guess we'll do Board Control and Heartfire Shriek Diver. We're gonna go big Conjurant for sure. You wanna play a Tybalt? Why Tybalt? I want a big Conjurant. Why do we like Tybalt? Yeah, Heartfire the token. I mean, just Heartfire Reaver. They're not doing anything. What do we get? Like, oh, again, then we get the Shriek Diver. Then we can get the Shriek Diver with the ping. That's fair. What do you want? And then we kill, like, the Visionary. Then we keep up Totally Lost. Yeah. All right, I like that. That's fair.
Enjoy yourself and live like a king. My assistants are painfully sloppy.
If we attack with all, we're gonna attack with some, but I don't want to. I want to keep our life total high for Bolas' Citadel, so it matters. But I like this. What is attacking getting us here exactly? I know attacking here makes sense, but I don't understand the attack all. What you think we're getting out of attack all? Because they block a bunch and then what? What do we, like, we're going to do this anyway, and I already want to use the ping here. I'm just going to attack with the 4/4. I'm not sure why people are suggesting to attack with something other than the 4/4, so I'm not going to. And And we could go for the weird. They can already activate it, and they probably will anyway. I'm going to take out the Visionary. Taking out Visionary and the Shriek Diver seems good. Yeah, if you wanted to cast it so you could dig, that's fine. But we got the draw. That's nice. How do we draw? What did I do to draw? I can't even remember. Drake? Yeah, we'll Drake it. And let's totally lost the token now, so the Drake gets a counter. I'm gonna do that. Oh, it's third spell? Oh well. I forget how that works. I didn't get the extra added token, but I'm fine with killing the token. I didn't get the extra counter, but I'm fine with killing the token. We could have keep sending the Dam Breaker back and making him respend there. That would be decent as well. They want to get that army token. That's fine. We give them the army token here, and then we get to make another one.
I adore an audience.
Had lethal? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we get 9, 10. Yeah, so we get, except they have the Scorn, so we gotta keep that in mind. Let's start with an attack and see what they do about that. Oh, we could Dam Break, though, first, so that this is bigger. They're gonna totally kill this, though, so it doesn't even matter. Let's start with the attack. I guess it maybe matters because I could have gotten the Thunder Drake bigger. Alright, we were expecting that. I haven't missed lethal, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10. So yeah, we're still there. Or even here. Like, we just go like this. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I guess I'll do it with Tybalt in case I'm missing something here, but we're not.
You should be flattered I decided to touch you. The more, the messier.
All right, game 1 in the bag, as Rigid says. Now what are we doing about that? They're showing a similar deck. Are they black as well? Blue? What were they? 3 seconds later, I can't remember their second color. No, we have not talked about the update or anything M20. We'll talk about all that stuff after this event. They're blue-black as well, so we're in a mirror. We made some changes to increase our flying protection last time. Maybe that's warranted here. We did see... Yeah, Tyrant Scorn. Are we making any changes? I don't know. Kind of like this. A little, maybe you can do the Turret Ogre for a Tybalt thing. I'm gonna try this. Ooh, well, we have 2 draws to any land to get us to Globe, Reaver, and a bunch of stuff here. This is not as obvious as a one-lander might seem, and this might be a keep. I think with 2 shots, I don't know what the Hypergenic would say, what 2 shots in 39, you know, in 33 cards or whatever. I'm gonna keep a little bit green. This could go horribly wrong and look awful, but I think the math is with us on this being very, you know, we could even miss a land drop. Like if the next pull isn't a land, like if we don't get a land until the 3rd, we can even do okay here. But we really want it. Come on. Ugh. Not great, Bob. I'm going to go ahead and run out... Well, we can run out the Conjurant or just ditch the Dam Breaker. I'm actually just going to ditch the Dam Breaker. No, we didn't mulligan a 1-land hand because we were on the draw, and any land in our deck turns us into a very good hand. The risk is, of course, what we're experiencing right now, but I felt the risk was worth it. I like what Oppo took. I think you just want to take the most powerful card we could get to. We're going to Reave here, though. We could laptop or Globe to try and find more land, but I'd rather just Reaver here. Oh, I'm sorry if I reacted defensively to your question, Rigid. I didn't mean to. Maybe got reflexive there, but just trying to explain it. Yeah, because normally you do mulligan a 1-lander, but I felt the math was on our side there. And then sometimes you face gods. If we had just hit our land on time, we would have told that god. But I think we're kind of just done for. I kind of need to hold toll now almost to... we need to get in a situation where, like, we find Callous Dismissal, and then we Callous Dismissal and toll on the same turn. So actually I'm going to not toll because of that. And instead, we're going to Conjurant for 3, I think. Or we could Globe. But I kind of like getting another creature down. Yeah, we can't Narset it, though, because we only have 1 blue. Yeah, let's Globe. Conjurant doesn't actually give us any new blocks, so let's Globe. We look dead, but we're not dead. If the next two cards in our library are Island and Callous Dismissal, we have a game plan here. So let's play to that. I think this is fundamentally what good Magic players do better than weaker Magic players, which is look for their outs in a spot like this instead of scooping early. I mean, there's so many players on Arena right now who, in our shoes, would just scoop to Kefnet instead of considering their possible outs and trying to find them. We have Massacre Girl, Heartfire, Callous Dismissal, Totally Lost, but that's about it. We were shut out of black. We saw 2 Spark Harvests early and then didn't really see any other black removal that we could take. Alright, so with 4 mana, let's go ahead and Thunder Drake. And this sets us up perfectly to draw. Well, they might, looks like they got a counter. You kidding me? How many times? Alright, we're gonna crush them in game 3. Yeah, we passed on a transmutation, and I think it was correct to do so when we made that decision. Oh man, we still were not super dead if we could have drawn, although we needed more land. All right, let's move on from this one. All right, Oppo. We're coming for you. That was unacceptable. I think I just want Silverwing over the Ogre. Is that better? Much easier to cast, obviously. Doesn't really help with Kefnet, though. Although, not much here does. I'm gonna try it this way. Alright, let's get this one. I really want this match. I mean, Matt, you know, I don't deserve this match, and if we lose, we are happy to be playing Magic and starting to talk M20, but I really want this match. Come on. Alright, I'm gonna keep that. Oppo mulliganing this time. Not bad for us. Since the main thing we want to toll is their Mythic, I'm considering holding off the toll till 4, but they also showed toll, and I don't want them to toll our toll, you know what I mean? So I'm going to go for it now. If they weren't playing black, though, I might not do it. I just don't want to get tolled before we can toll. Hand of Control, Aven Eternal, Shriek Diver. I guess we don't care too much about Dovin. I'm going to let him have Dovin and take away Aven. We get a Hexproof Menace 2/2 to potentially come at Dovin with if they try that. No? We have Taskmaster, so now I kind of want to do Globe plus Taskmaster to use our mana most efficiently. And they're not going to block this anyway, so it's 1 point of damage. Let's send in, they'll not block, and then I'm going to do Globe and Taskmaster. Not like this. You do what you can, you know? You do what you can. If we send in the Overseer, we could Heartfire to temporarily... that doesn't even do anything. Annoyed. Yep, we're racing now. Racing now. It's going to be hard to do with Dovin, but we'll try. At least we're spread out, so... We might sack Heartfire, but I might even just do it to take out this Dovin.
They're statistically likely to fail. Looking to elevate yourself? Perhaps a pair of stilts?
Does it even matter, though, if we... Hey, Cordy. Well, will they? I mean, they got us in a 2-turn clock in the air. Yeah, I guess we killed Dovin naturally. Yeah, Heartfire's got to be for the face, I think. I know the Taskmaster doesn't do anything, but it doesn't block either, so I'm just sending it all. Hey, Adam.
These results are an anomaly, not to be repeated.
A share there is friend of limited resources, Adam, that you hear about all the time. Adam, I showed the stream the card we got from Marsh this morning. Everybody liked it a lot, of course, because it's awesome. For those of you who didn't see it, I could show that to you again. All right, they're holding back Kefnet. That's good for us. We can even... Dam break and... attack with those two. Yeah. All right. Well, oh, I was like, shoot, we might get countered again, but we had to give that a shot. Almost worth sending the Overseer. Let them eat it. No, if we attack with the Overseer and it dies, we can get it back with the Taskmaster, is what I'm saying. But yeah, we can use it as sack fodder instead. So we'll do it like this. Not the worst thing ever. If they come at... They still have to stay back. I mean, if they send both, and don't do anything else, we kind of win, right? So I think we're still... Yeah, we're not... We haven't won, but we're still in this. We're definitely still in this. Yeah, they're at a virtual 9. That's the big secret, right? And we get to attack with Taskmaster and bring back a Dam Breaker. Might have to use Heartfire to not die so that we can crack back for the win. That's like, Heartfire's either going to the face or saving us from death on their lethal attack that allows us to crack back for the win. That's what we're trying to do here. Draw Massacre Girl seems like an excellent plan if we can pull that one off. Okay. All right. We said we wanted this. Do we really? Like, what is this? We're gonna send away... Well, let's think it through, though. Are we just playing it? Let's see. If we just play it, everything dies. Literally everything but the Massacre Girl dies. But if we attack and they chump, we might miss the sequencing to chain up to Kefnet. But I think we're okay with that anyway. Because I think if we attack, they either block in a way that still allows us to wipe the board, or we can Heartfire for the win. So let's attack in with everything. Yeah, that's true as well. Good call. We can Heartfire plus Massacre Girl if we need to. Four, 5, 6, 7. But then if we do this and pay for it, we can't do everything else. Ooh, well, now what do we do? Okay, so they're going to make that. We don't care, though, right? We're just still going to Massacre Girl after this is over, and it's fine. So that's fine. Heartfire won't work now, but everything is still going to die, so it's fine. Wit! Are they sniping? What's going on here? No, that still works. We go, 1... Yeah, this is all fine still. And then, yeah, we go like this. Heartfire Dam Breaker? What? I don't know what you're all talking about. They're all hexproof, so we're not hardfiring anything here. That's great for us. They need to find a blocker. Oh, we get it. Yeah! The army had damage on it. If they got plating, we don't necessarily win, but we're gonna try, aren't we? Not gonna play around with plating here. Whew. Well, we got ourselves some gems. That's nice. And we get some more magic. Had par at 2.5, so this is the match where we can clear par. I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, that was a good one to come back from the devastating post-toll Kefnet. All right, we kept a one land before on the play, or on the draw, but in this case, our curve is much higher than it was in that hand, and we didn't have the, we don't have the globe that would say, hey, as soon as you get your second land, you can cast anything, so we're gonna mulligan this. And we gotta keep this despite it not looking too great. Get to bottom of land at least. Nice draw. I'm with you, Tuxedo. In general, you're going to be happier being a little bit mana screwed and finding your way out of it, and then casting all your spells, rather than being a little bit flooded and then finally drawing a spell or two that's just not enough. Oppo is out of lands, so let's see what we find waiting. All right, we gotta win this one. I want to win this one. Let's see. A lot of cards I don't respect in Oppo's hand, but I guess we just get rid of the dismissal. It's the one thing they can actually do right now. Our hand is not action though, so I don't like a lot of the cards in their hand. But if they draw some land here, we might easily lose this game. I mean, they just have more action. We just need to hope they keep off of land in time for us to draw our own action. Yeah, another Flyers deck. They're playing combat tricks. We're flooding out. Thanks a lot. Come on. Action! Alright, Massacre Girl is action-y, but kind of in a, oh, they unlocked their hand kind of way. Maybe we just play it next turn as a 4/4 menace that eats one of our creatures. Now it eats them all. Shoot. I'm going to attack with the zombie army If they attack, if they block it, I'm actually going to go ahead and cast the Massacre Girl. I think we want to try and apply pressure here before they deploy their answers. So I'm going to actually do this. I think we're in much better shape going Massacre Girl into Dam Breaker here than trying to play a long game against what they've got going on in their hand. Now, like a Thunder Drake doesn't stop us from attacking with both. Two shakers? I don't even know what you're talking about. I could give you secret tricks on how to get ketchup out of a ketchup bottle. Yeah, we could go big fish down. I was just thinking about this first because we could technically buff the amass, but that's silly. We're going to attack and then drop the Dam Breaker. It almost doesn't matter anymore, at least in the US, like, all the glass bottle stuff has been replaced by, you know, squeeze bottles and stuff, so it's not really a problem anymore, but I can definitely give you the physics answer to getting ketchup out of a bottle. I gotta find an appropriate bottle. Another Dam Breaker, you say? Alright, now if we attack, they have a double block on the Taskmaster that doesn't look great for it, so I'm gonna send without the Taskmaster now. Although, they can't really afford... They have to block. It's a force block, so the Taskmaster is fine. They have to block one of these. What am I thinking? So, Rally of Wings, though. Untap all creatures you control. Creatures you control the flying get +2/+2. So, they can... Hold on. Let's cancel attacks and think this through. They've got effectively a 2/5 and a 4/5. We could just send in the Dam Breaker. Make them... do something about it, and then then play the other Dam Breaker, and then we have Taskmaster getting this Dam Breaker back next turn. So yeah, let's just the Dam Breaker looks good here. Obviously, Drake over War Screecher, since the 2 toughness is not enough to get it out of death range on the 5/6. Alright, they gave it up. Blue-white flyers. Let's definitely do the Ogre plan minus a Tybalt. Maybe even a Silverwing minus... Maybe even Dam Breaker? I know the Dam Breakers were good for us there, though. But they are playing, like, get it going in the skies and then lock you down with a God Pharaoh statue or whatever. So, yeah, we could cut the Citadel. Go back to this instead. That looks all right. Let's try this. Guro is asking about sideboarding with play versus the draw in mind, and it does matter. It matters not often, but it's a factor. It's something to put on the table. It can matter for things like whether your discard is good, like how good is discard. Oh, unfortunate. Sending that back. Here we're in that same kind of similar spot with the globe. This is kind of a mulligan right now, though. I'm not ready to go to 5, though. We're going to keep this and try and dig out. All right, we got that. Rigid wants to mulligan again. I'm very, very adverse to mulliganing to 5. It's so hard to end up with a hand you can win with. Even though this looks like a hand it's hard to win with on 6. Not a bad sequence of draws here, though. Get to go into the Taskmaster. We could Globe, but this is a real play. Does real things. Let's do this. But Globe might find us a sequence. I have to try and unlock our lands. Never mind. We're going to try and find a land. And the fact that we didn't is, you know, part of what's important here. We do have a new plan, though. Massacre Girl our way out of this. Just find a bunch of lands from here and eventually Massacre Girl to refresh. Which mulligan mentality is that? Casmina's very good.
Unity is necessary in times of war. Every day is a new lesson.
I don't know. You can show that 6-carder to Brian and Marshall, and I bet both of them would keep it. But I don't know. Maybe not. I would have gone to 5 with London. Yeah, for sure. If you let me construct a functioning 5-card hand out of 7, then I'm more interested. Well, let's see. We can Tybalt, which would probably get attacked down. That's fine. Let's Tybalt.
Play nicely.
Again, I'm just trying to maneuver towards Massacre Girl bailing out of a bad situation. And Devil, Taskmaster stops this, and Devil stops Naga, so they don't have good attacks on Tybalt.
focus on what matters.
Bizarro Navarro, if Twitch came out with a smell-o-vision feature, would you enable it for this stream? Probably not. It seems as annoying as forcing your music on people during play. Like, I'm here to play Magic for you and talk about stuff, not assault your senses with things you didn't ask for. So Tybalt is looking deadish, but we can take out Kasmina with a... we could chump and then maybe take out Kasmina. Oh yeah, there's a question about what music I don't like. There's not... like, really angry metal just doesn't do it for me. I don't feel that angry anymore. So I'm not much of a metal guy. Generally appreciate the musicianship involved in that, though. That's the thing. I can almost enjoy anything because I have such great respect for musicians that can play great music that even if it's not exactly my thing, I appreciate it. Like operas like that. Like, I'm never going to put opera and metal on my personal playlists, but I do enjoy...
Schemes are ruined.
I do enjoy appreciating the artistry at work. Let's do this. I mean, I like glossy pop, like really well produced, greatly written, you know, well written pop songs. I love divas. You hear me play Lizzo and Aretha Franklin a lot and stuff. So like I love that kind of gospel soul singing in my pop music. Yeah, I'm sure people, for example, like I'm a big Fish fan. I'm sure plenty of people feel about Fish the way I feel about opera and metal. It's like, yeah, I can appreciate that those guys have spent a lot of time on their music, but it's not for me, you know? We're just going to let all this happen and hope that Massacre Girl bails us out.
I have been outplayed.
Still gets it all if we find an all of our land is untapped now, so any land will do. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm a Magic playing Fish fan, so I'm pretty well aware of what biased snobbery from the world feels like, and I try not to put it on anybody else. Let's see. We can... Unfortunately, we have to take, I think, like, everything. That's the thing. Like, for the Massacre Girl plan to work, we got to take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. But then I think it really does work quite well. So we're going to say no attacks, and then try to recover with the girl. We can chump with the Reaver, but then we don't get the Dam Breaker, right? We get 1, 2, 3, 4 deaths, but not... Maybe they just get the Dam Breaker anyway? What am I missing? Let's see. The Dam Breaker won't even die to Massacre Girl, though, will she? Or will it? We got to take it all, but I think it will die? Why is my math so hard today? Oh, the initial one plus 5 extra. Sure. Got it. Gotta hope they don't have Bad Quench, because Bad Quench gets us. I'm a lucky person. It's great that I have a place in my life where I can be here with you all today, playing this game and having fun. So no matter what happens here, I'm going to remember that I'm a lucky person. I should have attacked first, but I don't even care. All right. Right on, Rigid. Glad you found us. We're just gonna go big here, right? I just want to get the biggest thing I have out. We'll peek at their next card later. It feels a little weird when I play without chat. When I play off air, I will sometimes practice talking about what I'm doing. What do we want to do about this? We can go... We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can play... can't play Silverwing and Totally Lost, but we can dismiss and then Totally Lost when they bring it back down. So we go, let's dismiss now. Yeah, I guess if we Totally Lost, we deny them a draw. That's a good point. I should have just done Totally Lost. There's no sense giving them this extra draw. We'll see what I've given them. Crush Descent, how appropriate. Since I rock Arena, what's my rating on the movie Gladiator from 1 to 10? I haven't seen Gladiator since it released. And so that means we're talking like, when did Gladiator get released? I never trust my opinions on content or art from beyond like 10, 15 years ago. Yeah, so 19 years. I haven't seen it in 19 years. It's awfully hard for me to remember. But I found it fine. I guess my recollection of Gladiator was like, yep, it's a movie about a guy who fights as a gladiator. Action sequences were good. I like historical fiction. I'm a big history buff, so seeing historical fiction is always fun. Rigid Thinking asks, is it only my experience, or do the cards you get from daily wins are always a card that won't help the deck you mainly play? I think that's programmed in. They were like, how can we piss off our players? We're not pissing them off enough. Let's put some things on the schedule to add to our player frustration. Let's do that. I know you're joking, Rigid, but you'd be amazed about how many people, when they get frustrated at a game, want to like suggest that the devs are out to get them. It's like the devs are out to get your money, which means they are not out to get you. Hey, look, we cleared par. We got our buy-in back. Awesome for the free-to-play account. You know, we're after 12. I'm a little bit hungry. Guess we're going to go extra long stream today. Underwhelming Modern announcement. I'm a little hungry, though. Let's keep playing. We're going to find the end of this, finding the end of this event, then I'll get some food. I'm okay. I can handle it. No Amonkhet Kaladesh block. Casual only. I don't know. You go in here and disable emotes And you're taken care of. We'll keep this. No, I haven't talked about State of the Beta, haven't read it, don't know anything about it. Gotta find a spot to squeeze in this plaza, but it's not going to be on turn 2. We're going to get this Taskmaster down. Probably be next turn over the Triumph. They might take the Triumph. Might take the Finale. That gives us the biggest long game staying power, but I like that we have 2 card draw spells here. They can't hurt us too badly. I'm going to follow through on getting the plaza down here. No need to callous dismissal the army yet. Oh, they're offering a battle pass. Yeah, we got to figure out the value on that. Oh man, I have to do more math. Every time they make an announcement, I got to do more math. Well, they know about both of our bounce spells, and I'm going to do it. Let's just get this on. I'm going to bounce the Leyline Prowler, set him back a turn. It's a little bit card disadvantage, but we're going to try and make back our cards off of the Finale. My Name is 14 says, the value will be bad for limited players that contains packs and cosmetics. Yeah, then you're probably right. Anything that contains packs and cosmetics is probably not going to be the best option for limited players. Now I think we need to totally lost this stupid token so that we can get Vraska. Tybalt is a good answer to Vraska, is it? How? What do we do? Why are you liking about that action? We play Tybalt, we make a -1, we make a counter, but we can't really attack in at Vraska now. I'm going to continue to lean on this Finale. Yeah, the Devils kill assassins, I suppose, but I don't want him to have another one. I guess we can do Globe and Tybalt. That's all right. All right. We'll do Globe and Tybalt. I was thinking of trying to get Vraska off the board before any of this, but Globe Tybalt's fine. That's what that was my initial line. F9er was to deal with the token and then attack, but we can do it this way. Yeah, we can get Skylord down.
When it comes to murder.
Well, that worm's annoying, but not the end of the world. I think we...
My assistants are painfully sloppy.
We could Skylord here. Take out Vraska. Really, it's the worm that's an issue now, but it's not an immediate issue. I don't think we need to deal with the... I'm gonna go Skylord. And I like taking out the Planeswalkers before they get out of hand or get
I grow bored with this fight.
extra counters and stuff. Oh, is it a video announcement? Sure, we can watch the announcement and then I'll soapbox it or whatever. Yeah, this isn't bad for us if they want to do it this way. Yeah? Interesting. This is coming at us. These are both coming at Tybalt. We don't even really care about Tybalt, though, so let's let him have Tybalt and just do it like this. Ooh, yeah, I like that. Let's do that. Let's use... Well, they are going to come with this, so that... We might have to totally lost their Prowler if we do that. Yeah, the tokens grow. That's a good point as well. Maybe we do need to... we can do it like this. Oh, Vraska's gone. They don't grow. That's an even better point. So we go like this... and like this. Doesn't even really matter. Do it. Yeah, let's do it like this.
Fine then. I'll leave.
Any cool new plans.
Maybe it was a little radical to let that guy go, because it's we gotta... I have to use the bounce on the Prowler now, and to do that, and we don't actually get the attack in. We can't pay for this and the bounce, so we kind of have to... Actually, we're gonna totally lost. How do we want to do this? Yeah, I gotta stay back. We're gonna stay back. We're gonna chump the worm. We're gonna lost the Prowler. And then come back for the attack after that. Well, that's interesting. I'm going to do this, and we'll just take out the army now. Alright, this doesn't completely suck. Although we are going to take 7 from the crackback on the worm, but it's alright. I'm gonna go like this, but I'm gonna redirect to Zhang here.
I guess you can't be friends with everyone.
Nice triumph. Resolves. Ouch! But we're about to get big. We're going to be able to trade for that worm soon enough. Alright, with 8 total mana, what can we do? I guess we're just Skylording, though. We could also Dam Break. Let's Dam Break first, huh? We could throw the army in front, but I actually don't want them to eat the army. Let's go with this and this. If they don't have anything else, they can take out the big boy, but they can't get them both. Oh yeah, I was saying we could, but I want the flying army, so we're gonna block like this. I mean, it's crazy that they had to take out the Taskmaster so that's great, right? Taskmaster for Worm? Yes, please. Skylord to get in the air. Get in the air big time. Could even offer the Dam Breaker. Sure, let's offer the Dam Breaker. I don't care. I want that Prowler dead. And then we have more stuff to attack with and Finale to go nuts with. If they're splashing something, that takes away their splash. Rigid Thinking is getting into some soft thinking in his soft summer. Awesome. I don't think we can get to 10 yet, no. Oh, we're closing in on it. We now have 10, but we need 12 to get an X of 10. Sure, let's max it out. 4, 5. We have 10 total, so we can go 8. Don't want to deck ourselves. That should be fine. And drop our lands.
Go ahead. How you lived is how you'll die.
I guess, let's take it nice and slow. We can Toll, then Heartfire. I like Heartfire, the token, and then just kill Vraska. We could Drake first, though. That's... We already cast a spell, though, so... That's not going to work for Drake anymore. I think we want Heartfire. Yeah, Drake first would have been better, so we're not going to... We'll skip it this time. I'm being super control-y here. We have the tools to just win. Let's just be super control-y. And we can still play a lethal Conjurant. Although, lethal damage. Yeah, we'll do lethal Conjurant. We can get 6. Oh, did I miss lethal? Probably. Not surprised. There was a lot going on there. No, that worked. It wasn't sick because we were going to add to it. No, the didn't, right? Because, or did we add to it that, was it sick that turn? Now I can't even remember. Oh, it came from the toll. That's right. Yeah. Okay. We got there. Anything we want to do here? Let's see. We're up against black-green. Presumably good stuff. Our flying defense is not needed. I like the Tybalts. I think we just run this back. You don't want the Citadel? I like the Citadel in here. That looks great. Massacre Girl, a nice pickup here. You could we could play Globe and like try and set up a Massacre Girl that is super one-sided in our favor, but I'm happy to build out our board here and use Massacre Girl as needed. In this case, though, we're going to definitely Globe it up. Now, if they play something, oops, that was, sorry, that was a misclick into a misclick. That wasn't intentional. But it's not the kind of punt I care about. I mean, you can punt it, but it was purely misclick. It wasn't my brain.
Diversity of life on each plane gives it personality.
I tried to click the button, and then I tried to click the other button. I missed 2 times in a row. Now the question is, does it screw up our Massacre Girl sequencing? That's the big possible devastation of that one. If we need to conjure for 1, we also need the Drake for 3 anyway, though. Let's Drake for 3. Or let's Drake and then see where we go from here. No attacks is the button we try to press. It wasn't a bluff, though. I had already tapped out. That's the thing, Set Rocks. I had 1 mana available. There was no bluff involved. It was just like, there was nothing in the set that could punish them. Well, they're using removal. We're gonna be pretty patient. We could go for, yeah, we're gonna be patient. Let's just wait it out here. They're not doing much of anything. We're gonna try and leverage Massacre Girl for a big effect here. Although they're stuck on land, which is kind of what's going on. All right, that helps. Now we've got 1, 2, and 4.
I will help you through this.
Now we got 3. Now if we played Conjurant, we could do it. Do we want to do it? I mean, yeah, we could. I just don't know if we want to do it. Right now we could Conjurant and make a 1/1, and then Massacre Girl and leave the only thing on board being a Massacre Girl. But they're going to make another Swarm Eminence. If we I don't want to lose the Conjurant. If we Conjurant for 6 and then they make a bunch of stuff, it could end up that the Conjurant doesn't survive. But yeah, I like it here. Let's threaten those Death Touchers. I like it. Good point. Let's have Conjurant do some defensive duty in the short term, and then it continues to set us up for a longer game where the Massacre Girl gets really good. I think we almost want Oppo to get some land here so that they can fill the board with stuff for us to massacre. Another person wanting to run that stupid statue.
Teamwork, strength.
Massacre Girl doesn't do what we want yet, though, so maybe we even just draw some cards here. I don't mind drawing 5. Or it's drawing 3? Do we draw 3? Yeah, we could Massacre after an attack. I like that. Let's, we'll send the Reaver at Vraska, and then... Is that going to do it, though? No, because if we send in Reaver... Yeah, I want to get everything, so we're not going to send in anything. The question is whether we're drawing 3, I guess. Can't Dam Breaker yet, costs too much. So it's really about drawing cards. I am going to draw 3. I'm going to draw 3. I think that's fine. Yes, Statue is a good counter to Citadel free cards. Doesn't it? You may play the top card of your library. If you cast a spell this way, pay life equal to its mana cost rather than pay its mana cost. But this says... Oh, they cost 2 more, but it's still mana cost, so that should still work. Well, that's pretty bad for us. Let's see, though. If we go... Might have to do... No, we go Reaver into Massacre Girl. Eventually that works. It just requires some mana right now. It does make it cost 2 per card, but it just adds to the... I don't know. Okay. If we block here, one of them stays at 2. One of them, actually, this is actually good for us. I think we blocked one of them. Now they're providing the 2, 3, 4. Oh, cool. And so we go... like this. I guess we just need the Reaver. We don't need the Overseer. I'm just trying to look... I want to get an army token down. I don't think there's... any, we can't... it's 7, 4, 5... At 8, we can't do both. So let's... Reaver and Globe. So then I want to Globe first. Yeah. Here we go. That hurts, but we have a plan.
Friends close. Kill your enemies.
If we attacked both at Vraska, let's see how that plays out. This becomes 3 toughness. We lose... then it's like if they block the wrong one, it all goes to pieces. So no, we can't. We just Massacre Girl. Oh, well, we gotta try. I didn't think about the Reaper. Good point. Oh, they're... Well, they still could. Well, they had their chance. The window was before the Massacre Girl hit. Now it's all just going to contribute to the massacre. Yeah, Oppo could have really punished that play, but they missed it. To be fair, it looks like only Purple Monkeys found it, so... Alright, still a lot of work to do here, but at 9 mana, we can do stuff even under the oppression we're experiencing, but I think we need to go... Yeah, we could do Citadel, but it's low value because it's only lands. We can't do Tybalt and Dambreaker on... We can't do a bunch... Trouble is we got a bunch of 5s, effectively. And the question is whether we want to be sure to proliferate on anything or whether we don't care and just want to get big. Yeah, I'm kind of into the Overseer, I think. Well, we played a land this turn, so it wasn't even an issue. Like, if Triumph finding a land would allowed us to play the land, then I'm with you. But I think my memory is that we played a land that turn, so... Alright, Heartfire on Behemoth seems good, but we can take out Vraska first.
Oh, the day is yours.
4 mana into... We have a 5 mana into 4... So let's start with the Heartfire. That's fine. Or I guess we can start with Triumph. Is Statue even being a good card here? I mean, the good cards here are Prowler and Aid the Fallen, not Statue. So now with 9, 10, 11, we have 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, of course, we're just 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're just short from what we really want to do. Citadel's floor is fine, Rigid. Citadel's floor is super fine. Yeah, we got a Taskmaster Tybalt. Sorry, I'm wasting time.
I would be honored to hire your honors.
No, it's not. 3BBB is play all your draw lands for free and play them. You get to play free lands. That's the floor I'm talking about that I think is fine. In this case, yeah, let's make this trade, or try to. It's the floor I'm talking about. If you get super technical about that not being the floor, then I don't think you're being I think you're being a little disingenuous in the debate. I'm just saying that it's one of the important things to remember about Citadel is that even when you're low on life, it still gets you draws, is what I'm saying. They could have, but most people don't.
The messier.
Now... Well, let's see. What about getting Massacre Girl back? I think I start with an attack with a Taskmaster. And take back... Well, I could get back... Could actually get back the Conjurant. Maybe that makes the most sense. So we can make that really big and actually try and threaten this life total before we're dead to the statue. It means I can't do the play where this behemoth dies, but I'm okay with that. And we can just dam break here even. Just trying to make things that are huge enough to get the life total job done before we're dead. Skylord, not too bad. Unfortunately, Dambreaker can't beat the worm. And if we pay 11, we'll get a 9/9 here. 9/9 gets through that. Yeah, it's minus here, though.
My friend is here to help your pain.
Because we could also go 7, 8, 9. No, we still are short on that. Eight. I think we make huge Conjurant here. Guess we send here to here. Dionysus, if you say that again, I'm going to block you. Don't be results oriented if you're talking about whether we like the statue or not. Yeah, all right, let's try this. Again, I would argue that the statue hasn't even been that effective. It's been okay. The things that are winning the opponent this game are not really that statue related. It's helping, but I'm not sure it would be better than just, you know, you can name some other cards where that would have a similar impact. Now, we are going to go with Skylord Tybalt, though. Huh. What do you think they're sitting on with 3 black? Well, there you go. Soren's Thirst.
Welcome to my symphony of pain. Oh, they're so cute.
Well, they're coming at us. We have Citadel. Yeah. Doesn't look great for the home team. However, I think we just say no blocks and see what we can do.
I'm good at killing, but I don't always enjoy it. Pirates and I get along because we're both cutthroats.
Definitely not looking great for the home team. If we Citadel first, is there a possible... There's nothing we can cast. We don't have any 1-drops, so there's nothing we can Citadel except land. So our only hope is that they choose not to block a bunch here. But we'll try. It's our only hope. And they may see this as a desperation and block weirdly because they feel like we're not... This is just, you know, desperation. Any thinking player is going to make some good blocks here, though, so probably... Why did we take a hit instead of blocking with a devil? Because we were at exactly 10 permanents, I believe, and the life didn't matter. The 1 point of damage really didn't matter. The only thing that mattered was whether or not we could find a way to kill them this turn. So I didn't want to give up on anything we were going to sacrifice to the Citadel. We had this narrow line where they were going to block poorly and we'd get them with the Citadel. Vaporkin, are you trolling or do you really answer me seriously, buddy, because I like that you're here, I like that you contribute to the stream, but you're hammering on this statue like you don't get it, and I'm trying to figure out if you legit think this is a strong card that people should be playing, or whether you're just trolling. If you're just trolling, that's fine, but if you legit think this is a good card that should be playing, I want to educate you. I don't think you should be playing it. It works sometimes. Just because a card does something sometimes doesn't mean it's a card worth playing. But I can't... Vaporkin, you seem like a pretty good player, so I'm a little surprised that you would be defending it so much. But maybe you're just trolling. Sometimes I can't tell. Archangel, you have a vehement no. What did I do? Oh, you wanted to test that? No, I don't want... Did they... That was game 1. Or, like, did they even see Citadel? I don't want to show them Citadel. Yeah, statue versus statue, no. Yeah, that was game 2, but I can't remember if we showed them Citadel in game 1. Any strikeout home run card kind of falls under the does work sometimes, but generally shouldn't be played, like Bolt Bend. How about Bolt Bend? I still like the Citadel. Why are we taking out the Citadel? Oh, I did. I couldn't remember game 1. That's the thing. I'm running it back. Fog is a good example. A lot of the cards that limited resources rails against, a lot of the cards that are striking, like limited resources warns against strikeout home run, and strikeout home run is exactly the kind of card that tricks people into playing it more than they should because they had a good experience with it. Did you ever answer Vaporkin? Or are you hiding? I didn't see you answer, but I couldn't tell if Vaporkin is seriously a fan of the statue or just seriously a fan of trolling. We know he's seriously a fan of trolling, but also might be a fan of the statue. You never be sure. We'll keep this. You haven't seen me beat the statue left and right? Also, you've never we don't even know when we're beating the statue in the hand that they didn't even bother playing, but we have beaten the statue on stream many times. So I'll take it that you are then trolling, that you do not need lessons in how a statue is not actually a great card. Speaking of not actually great cards, oh, I love it. Grazer accelerated them to nothing. To nothing. That's a solid pull. We're going to go ahead and play the Plaza here. We got a couple of threes. We need some small stuff, and then Massacre can get going.
Oppressors deserve whatever I feel suits them.
Interesting. We're close to a really good Massacre Girl, but unfortunately we have, like, no defense. I'm going to play the Globe right now. Should work out, though, next turn, because they'll attack. This will turn into a 2-2. They'll make a 1-1, and then we get the whole shebang. Don't want a finale here, so we just pass. You think Citadel's gonna be dead in this game? I know you're giving me the sarcastic tongue, but we're about to go off with it.
Keep your friends close. Oh, I'm running out of room to store my trophies.
One more creature. Just don't buff that 1/1. Oh, you gotta be kidding me! Well, now we got a Citadel and hope it saves us. Right? I mean, we could, yeah, I guess Overseer plus Heartfire gives us some play for a turn, and then we can Citadel. Yeah, that works. Let's try this. Unbelievable toll. Unbelievable toll. We just end this game without that toll. The game just literally ends because they scoop. They would scoop if they didn't toll there. Frustrating. Frustrating. No. Shoot.
Be your best self.
Yeah, one of our big outs here is Taskmaster getting back. Citadel looking for Taskmaster for sure. Come on now. Let's do this and this. Actually, that doesn't make a difference. We're gonna go like this and this. Does that make a difference? Yeah, I think it does. Double chump Heartfire. Oh, let's not do that. Be a good player, Ryan. Yeah, where were you, Toll? Probably need to take out the Spark Harvest. We can kill a token. Put Grazer back on and it does like nothing up there. But I kind of want to kill a token. Yeah, let's kill a token. Yeah, we'll go to 2. We know their hand. There's the Taskmaster. Can we survive? It's not about... Totally Lost was not about, hooray, we paid 5 to get rid of 2. It was, hooray, we dug to the Taskmaster.
We'll do this together.
They can take out the Reaver with their removal spell, we know that. Only with that. Well, this is a pretty straightforward Skylord block. Gotta kill it. A little surprised they didn't use the Thirst to... Oh, I guess I see. They're trying to get that going. Alright, well, we still have... No, I almost did that. Let's do this. And this. And, I guess we Revelation for 4. We're just dead if they figure it out. Yeah, we are, but they haven't played perfectly, so maybe they won't see it. Now, I think they saw it. Super frustrating. I mean, we got our 3 wins, so I can't be too sad. We beat par. Gotta remember to not be too sad when we beat par. Gotta remember not to be too sad when we remember that I live a life where I get to play Magic on stream. And that's a cool thing to do with my day. Why not play that Taskmaster the previous turn? We were at 2 life, and it would have cost us 2 life to play it from our library where it would have killed us. But that's Magic. It's a game of inches. They top-decked or had a Toll at just the right moment. And if we had managed to drop that Massacre Girl, we'd be playing for another little bit. It's 1 o'clock. I haven't even started talking about the new announcement or the M20 set, but I did promise that. So I'm going to... Well, let's claim our prize. Good to see our gems back. Fanatic Guru, if we hadn't done that, we'd frickin' lose. Come on. You think the total loss from the top was too aggressive? We were screwed without it. We had to keep digging. We had to. I don't know. You go back and watch it if you want. I never have the time to like go back and prove that stuff out. But I really think we had to keep digging. It was our only hope. I don't know if sub numbers are public. I think they are. Aren't they public? I don't know. We rise and fall. I get. thank you for hanging out with me, especially you, hey YouTubers. You're gonna take off soon. You can watch the next segment if you want. Should be awfully close to our rare 4X.
Feel the lick of my
In fact, let's see. We have 8 rares. Let's just go do it. You know, let's just go do it. I'm going to show, this will also show the YouTube folks, what anybody who hasn't seen this, what I'm talking about. We go into here. Yeah, we'll go into, let's see, deck building view. And then we want to look for, what is it, Q less than 4. And we want... Actually, we're not going to do mythic rares. We're only going to do rares because we're not there on mythics. We want War of the Spark, and we should have partial towards all of them. So I'm just going to do that. And then we go craft. Craft. Thanks, Rigid. See you later. How are we? We're close. 4 rares. So, our last pack should give us forced gems unless it contains mythics. We're super close here. Right now we're out of rares. So we go back to our packs. We're going to open a mobilized district and then gems. Unless we get mythics, which we'll take. I predict mobilized district. Oh my god! So good. Most of it, I haven't looked exactly what Twitch's cut is, but the subs are reasonable. We got a mythic wild card, but we are a 4x of rares, so that's cool.